What's going on? How we doing? What's good, gang? If you can't tell, I'm in a ecstatic mood today. I'm in such a good mood because I've just opened up my computer and I've just seen the most amazing piece of news that I was not expecting. Oh my god, this actually changes everything, guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, oh my god, I can't wait, dude. This I wasn't expecting this. But Anthropic has officially rewinded and walked back on their previous announcement of no longer supporting Claude-P or Claude Agent SDK. This is huge, guys. This is literally massive. This is everything that my app that I've literally been building was literally based upon. The ability to use Claude inside of a third-party app is still, you're allowed to do it again. It's not that you weren't allowed to do it, but they had this complicated billing issue that they were kind of going to. Let me just read the announcement. We're pausing the Agent SDK credit change. Hi Kun, in May we sent you an email announcing that starting today the Claude Agent SDK Claude-P and third-party apps built on the Agent SDK would stop drawing from subscription rate limits and move to a dedicated monthly credit. We're writing to let you know that we're not making this change today. We're working to update the plan to better support how users build with Claude subscriptions. This is huge because the app that I've literally been building for the last couple of months is now, you can now use Ace inside of it without having to pay for anything extra. This was like an issue that I was thinking like, okay, how could I resolve this? Because my app is fundamentally based around being able to use Claude. I mean, look at the freaking design of it. There's orange all over it, right? Being able to use Claude, being able to use Codex and Gemini in one environment. And so there was a problem, right? I'm about to launch my app and you're gonna have to pay to use Claude. Like, it was definitely something that I was stressing about a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but this is huge. Emilio, what's up? Hope you're doing well. I'm probably gonna fall asleep that stream, but hope that you will end the app now. Nice for the third-party app, dude. So good. This is huge, guys. This is literally massive. Conductor also making an announcement. Anthropic has pushed back its subscription changes. You can now continue to use Claude code plan with Conductor. Today they emailed users saying we're working to update the plan to better support how users build with Claude subscriptions. We will let you know about any changes moving forward. Thank you for your support. We're excited to keep shipping improvements. This is amazing news, guys. This is literally the best possible news I could have gotten this morning. Like, there literally could not have been better news. I've just dropped my car off to the mechanic and I'm stressing about my car. I'm like, man, I got all these issues and I got to fix my car. And now here I am, ecstatic because, I just scrolling through my Twitter right now. Just in, Anthropic faces lawsuit over limits on its $200 Claude Max plan. The suit targets the $100 Max 5x and $200 Max 20x tiers, claiming the advertised 5x and 20x usage boost over the Pro plan had unclear limits that users quickly hit during heavy tasks like extended coding. Interesting. Anyway, that's great news. So we are very close to... it's funny, I always start the live stream with the same thing. It's like, we're always so close to launching the app. And then I keep adding shit. But I kind of want to do this final thing. GitHub integration needs to work. For some reason, the GitHub integration is not working. So I built this construction estimator yesterday for someone in the chat, Sam. And it's actually really, really handy. I sent it to my friend, Jake. And he actually told me he'd use this. So I'm going to set this up for him this afternoon. But the plan is to essentially be able to press this button right here, connect GitHub, but then nothing happens. So GitHub repository connected. Okay, that's a good sign. That worked. That's the first time that it's worked. Let's check out, what does that do? GitHub Actions and tests. There should be like a create PR button. I don't know. So let me go back into Conductor. Lawrence Tay here, first time tuning in from the beginning. Still a newbie here. Hope I'm able to learn something today. Yo, Lawrence, welcome, bro. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away. I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. But basically, we are ecstatic at the moment because Claude, aka Anthropic, has walked back their statement, and they were originally saying that you would no longer be able to use Claude or inside of a third-party app, basically. I'm oversimplifying it, but that's basically what it was. And so now they've walked back on that claim, which is a huge deal for me because I've been working on this app that literally uses Claude. So yeah, massive. One thing I will say is, okay, looks like the GitHub integration is working now. I pressed connect GitHub and it worked. The only issue I have now is, the most important buttons for, a project is to push and create PRs and create repos and stuff like that. I don't see any of those options that are possible to me right now when I've got a project that I want to, save on GitHub. So these pre-flight checks, GitHub details, they're kind of confusing me, like I press either of those buttons, nothing really happens. And I'm just thinking what are the options that we can provide to the user here to make them just have everything they need in one spot. And I feel like the main things are literally being able to push PR, and then once that is pushed, that button gets replaced with a merge button. And I think that's it. There isn't really anything else needed. Yo, Barden, what's good? I'm actually also vibe coding an app too. Let's go. We're all out here vibe coding together. I love that, man. I really like when you guys vibe code with me because then it feels like we're in this, collaborative office environment. You know what I mean? You guys are working, I'm working, and we're kind of just I'm just the guy that yaps a lot in your ear while you're working, but collaborative, right? Dude, I'm so happy about this Claude announcement, man. I was not expecting that. Man, I'm so happy. Okay, so, alright, we've got GitHub underways. Download page to the website. That's another thing as well I've been working on inside of Claude Design. So Claude Design, I basically use, for those that are new to the stream, I use Claude Design to basically design a feature before I implement it. Currently, I'm using it to design this download page. And what's really handy about Claude Design is you can actually ask it to mock multiple different options. So you can see I've got 3 different options for how the download page could look right now. And I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of liking this middle one. This middle one's kind of cool. I don't mind this one as well. Ace for Mac. Yeah, shit. I'm kind of torn between these two actually. App screenshot or a screen recording even. Where's one where it's just 2 agents talking to each other? Like this. And then I could just pop in Gemini, boom. And then this could kind of be the screenshot right here. Maybe I could do a screen recording. Trying to think what looks better. Night mode? I think we can try light mode here. So I'm just gonna do a screen recording of this. And then use this. Let's see if this works. Just let that record for a few seconds. This will potentially come to Windows in the future. However, currently I'm just making it for Mac, only because, you know, I'm comfortable with a Mac and the Mac OS system. I use it every single day. So I'm just kind of building a tool that I can use for myself first and foremost. And then eventually I will also move it to Windows, yes. But for now, there's not really any way for me to test it through Windows. And, you know, I don't have a Windows device on me. So in order to avoid kind of reducing the quality of the product that I'm providing, I'm kind of just sticking to Mac, you know. I don't want to kind of oversell myself and then the product's not as good on Windows. So that looks good. Couldn't upload. .mov files aren't supported. .mov files. Let me ask. Are video files supported on Claude Design? Yes, video and animation generation capabilities are supported in Claude Design. However, there are a few exporting to MP4. While you cannot natively download animated projects as MP4. Okay, let me just see if this .mov can be exported as an MP4. I'm pretty sure it can. If I just open it, and then if I go like this, file, export as 1080p. Oh, I don't even know if either of those are good. Let me just see. It's still a .mov. Is it like a .mov to .mov to? Oh, actually, I can just do it through Premiere. I don't have my headphones on me, by the way, because they ran out of batteries, so we'll have to do without music today. But I will continue to yap, so do not worry. Desktop. I swear, if I convert this to MP4 and then it doesn't work still, I'm going to be annoyed. Probably get rid of this. Import. Straight to export. Premiere's hella laggy, so my computer is going through it right now. Download, adaptive bitrate, yep, export, all right. Oh wait, actually, I should probably cut out this bit. All right, cool, let's export now. Replace. And then this should work, I'm pretty sure. We can save it, sure. Now go back into Claude Design. We've got our MP4 right here. And that works. Yes, perfect. Okay, cool. Let's go with B, Split Showcase. And I've uploaded an MP4 file here, which is a recording of my app. Can we add it to the app screenshot board pipeline view that you've kind of left blank? Also, we're not doing a free 14-day trial, so can we remove that? Let me check on my thing. Have I said that we're doing it for free? Maybe we could do like a 7-day trial. It does say start free. I'm just trying to think how to set that up. Doing a free 14-day trial, so can we remove that? Onboarding redesign. I did not install or replace. Is this merged? Alright, what else have I got on here? GitHub integration works, final test, install on my Mac, add download page to the website, improve sidebar icons, yes. Okay, so another thing is okay, so I think I can do that in the main app. Maybe. I want to improve the icons on the sidebar from top to bottom. You've got upload, local file. You've got second, you've got agent model brain. Third, you've got cron, scheduled trigger. Fourth, context, documents, voice, recording, URL. Fifth, you've got repo, GitHub or local repo. Sixth, you've got the output, which is the final response block. 7, you've got action, whether it's an email or a save output. And then you've got the draw functions like arrow, sticky note, text, and grid. And I actually just want to alter the icons to look a little nicer. So can you give me 3 alternatives for how these icons could look on the sidebar? Alright. Let's see if this works. This is cooking. Alright, we're improving that. We're doing that. Alright, so we're working on 3 of the 5 remaining things right now. I think the other thing would be to you can use a Codex sub for Conductor. It's really good. I highly recommend it. If you have a Claude subscription, you can also use your Claude sub. So now that that is available, what I can actually do is I can go into the model settings, and this is why I really like Conductor, is from one single press of a button, you can get Claude to review. So now I have Claude as my review model, right? And I have GPT 5.5 as the build model, and I can just use these two to just dominate, man. Like, it's so good. So every time Codex builds something, I then have Claude to review it by just pressing this one little button up here. And then Claude might find some issues with it. I just copy paste its output and chuck it back into here. Bada boom, boom. 9 times out of 10, my code comes out really clean and really good without me knowing anything about what I'm doing. It's great. I love it. Highly recommend this setup. There's been people that come in the chat, like Neutronic, who once they use Conductor, they're like, yo, I can't go back. And the coolest thing about Conductor is the local app is actually completely free. So yeah, I built my entire app through Conductor. The goal of my app is to replace Conductor. So, I want to get my app to a level where I'm no longer feeling like I even need Conductor anymore, because I can just use my own app to build on top of it. We've been learning a lot about agent harnesses during the making of this app, which is really interesting. I need that. Sadly, I'm on Windows, so I can't access it yet. They do have a cloud version now, Barton, but I do think you need to pay for the cloud version, if I'm not mistaken. But what's cool about the cloud version is it does let you control it from your phone, I'm pretty sure. So that's kind of handy. I use Codex and gets the job done for personal projects. Dude, Codex is a beast, man. I'm actually really excited for GPT 5.6 to come out. It now uses the 4-step reference flow. Welcome, how it works. I want to redesign the tool setup. Okay, so this is being merged. This is regarding GitHub verification. The other thing that we actually got handled today, or the other day, which is really cool, is I've got the Ace Dev app. So now every time I make a big change, I can actually, it goes through the Ace developer environment first before it goes to the main app, which is really handy now because I can bulk update the app based on the developer environment. Codex is only bad for UI, to be honest. I don't like it sometimes. Well, that's why this app is really handy, because you can actually create workflows. Let me show you. Like this one, where you can have like Gemini do the research. You could swap this out with, maybe Claude or Gemini to do the, like you can easily just swap these out for a different model. And then they handle like the UI. You could give this a system prompt to handle the UI development. And then you could get Codex to build the actual app. So that's what's actually really cool about my app, and the whole point of it is that different models are good for different things. So you can combine the different models and their strong points and have them build the thing that you want. Rankly Design, what's up? Build it, ship it, scale it. 100%, man. Appreciate you, Barton. Thanks, man. Appreciate the kind words. We're going to try our best. Let's have a look if this... Okay, so this is still going on by the looks of things. When do you guys think Fable is going to come out? Like, do you think Fable is going to come out at all? Or Ace is like the open router fusion thing, no? I mean, kind of, yeah. You could literally build your own custom. Exactly. So once Fable comes out, again, if it does, you can literally have Fable orchestrate to multiple different agents and then come back with a final output. I haven't really tried it, but we could see how that would look. Like I might want to go on here. What's this one? So maybe what you'd want to do in this case is you'd probably have Claude at the top. You'd pick like, I mean, I need to update it so that, let me do that actually right now. So the latest model of Opus Claude is out. 4.8. We also have Fable, which is out, but it's currently unavailable. Can we make sure both of these new models are in the app? The other thing as well is like, I mean, we can work on that later actually. But eventually I'd want to create a tool that just auto updates to the latest models. Fable too expensive, lol. Thanks guys. If you want to try out the app for yourself, there's a link in the description where you can literally just sign up with your email and you're going to be the first person to know about it once it comes out. I'm not going to use your email to spam you or anything. Like, I'm just going to tell you when the app comes live. So if that's something that you're interested in, it's probably going to come out in the next couple of days. I'll shoot you an email and you can try it out for yourself. But yeah, what's really cool is you could literally just connect Gemini, for example, or whatever agent you'd like to use for Orchestrator, and then you can just have it connect to like Codex as sub-agents, right? And now these guys can go off and do stuff, and then you can literally come back here, create another handoff, literally just turn this into a handoff, and boom, now you have an orchestration right here. So you could have Fable that comes up with the idea, you could have the two Claude Codex sub-agents go out and build the idea, then you can have a Fable at the end synthesizing the idea and coming up with the best response. So yeah, like this tool can definitely be used for orchestration. That's definitely one of the strong points. Add automations so these can be made into workflows that will run automatically with crons would be great. It already does that, bro. So there's a cron feature right here. You can set up a daily automation if you want. I have it sending me like a short form script every morning. It's pretty handy. And the other thing is, like, look, I'll even just show you the onboarding, guys. Here. Hey, welcome to Ace. To get started, go ahead and click New Project. Okay, let me take it from here. This is the Ace onboarding flow. Here you can share your project and Ace will create the team to help build it. I built this, by the way. First, you need to name your project. For this example, I want to build an auto script writer. Now you can just type your project out. What I prefer to do is just click this mic button and yap. Keeping up with everything happening in the world of AI can be hard, so I want to automate the entire process. From research to script generation, every morning I want to wake up to one short form script around AI and vibe coding. I'll also drag in my product requirements document that I generated earlier, and we're good to go. Alright, now this page helps the AI ask crucial questions to remove any room for misinterpretation, because the more details you can provide Ace, the better the final output will be. Now it's time to select your team size. It's important to note the bigger the team, the longer and more costly the output will be. So here's the rule of thumb. Use smaller teams for simpler tasks and bigger teams for more complex ones. For this, I'll pick 3. Here I want it to run every morning, so I'll select daily. Here you'll be able to customize your team. You can swap out different models for different roles and edit their system prompt if you like. For example, I actually want Gemini for research because it has access to Google, and Claude for review. And there it is. I now have an AI team that autonomously writes scripts for me every single day. I'll leave you two to get to know each other. So yeah, that's the onboarding. I hope that explained how the app works. But yeah, it's meant for non-technical people. So if you want to build something and you want to create a team, the app literally walks you through how to set that team up, and you don't need to like overcomplicate it. Like it just does it for you. Yo, Barden, what's good? Appreciate you, gang. What was the total expense to create this? I mean, I've been working on it probably for maybe a month and a half now. So I guess like a Claude subscription, a Codex subscription, and a half would be like maybe $700. I'm gonna say to build this app. But it's really handy. Like check out this. Like people have been coming in the chat, and I've been like making shit for them, and everyone's been really impressed with what's coming out. Like this roof estimator we did yesterday for Sam, who's in construction. He's a truck driver, and he was like, my buddy would use this for sure. Like I'll send it to him. I was like, damn. I even ended up showing my mate, and he was like, yo, this is really cool. I'd actually use this. It went into a lot of detail, like waste factor, sales tax, how much you want to mark up, and then you can just print it out as a freaking invoice. I was like, bro, that's so good. So yeah. Pretty handy dandy. All right, so we've got a few things finished over here. Redesign ACE onboarding setup guide. The remote feature branch was deleted. The workspace is clean. Merged to dev. Okay, cool. So now what happens is, and I got to start using the dev app more actually. So let me just close this and open up ACE dev. Signing me in. Boom, I'm in. Okay, so we should get an update soon here. Nice that it shows this loading screen now. I just joined the chat, but I wanted to ask you, why do you use Claude as opposed to OpenClaw? I use OpenClaw right now. Should I consider changing? So OpenClaw is like an agent harness, and there's plenty of different agent harnesses, right? And OpenClaw is just one of those agent harnesses that you can utilize with Claude or any AI, for example. Like OpenClaw, picture it like the box, and then what you put inside the box is like ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or whatever AI model you prefer. So it's not like one replaces the other. They actually complement each other. Redesign, ACE onboarding setup guide. The other thing, loading state. The other thing as well is, not everyone would want to connect their subscription, right? Some people want to connect their API keys. So I think it's worth adding the key for all the options, like Claude, Codex, Gemini, or whatever. Because some people might just want to use the API key. And then I want you to also make sure that these API keys actually work. That is the goal, to create a feature that actually works. Make sure you do thorough tests that pass to fully know that the code you've made is verified and working. And I think this should be hidden under a click. So once the user clicks inside of connected tools in the settings, the API key section will pop up, and they will be able to paste in their key. We also need to consider how this might look if the tool wasn't connected already. Does a click still pop up the API key, or does it show also like the ability to connect through the CLI? We need to make sure it works and it is seamless for both of these states. What are you using for backend for it? I'm using Superbase. So Superbase and Stripe handle payments and the database, but everything like in terms of the projects that you build and these like boards and stuff, they all kind of are saved inside of your computer device. Like if you wanted to make a texter that texts you every morning, open Claude, but for coding it would be Claude Code. I just got an ad for watching the stream. Oh, did you? I got YouTube Premium, so I never really get ads. I just realized because I was paying for a Netflix subscription and I was like, I'm always watching YouTube. So why don't I just get a YouTube subscription? Okay, so let's have a look at Claude Design. Damn, this is taking ages, dude. Is it in a different file? It is, it's this one. Oh, that looks pretty good. That looks really good, actually. It's looking really good. Can we just make sure that it covers the screen proportionally? Like there's all this empty space at the bottom. Like shouldn't this all be just centered on the screen? It's all like crammed at the top. Oh, these are cool. These icons look way cooler. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Ooh, I'm kind of liking the colors. What do you guys reckon? Spacebar still works. Cool. Let's lock in option B. And I want to export it as a standalone HTML. Netflix isn't even worth it. Just get Streamio plus Real Debrid. Could do cloud storage as a premium. That's a good idea. Ideally, I'd like to actually implement it as a feature without charging more, because I feel like it's not that expensive. It's more just me trying to reduce the scope so I can get the app out in time. But these are all features that I plan to add. But yeah, if you're interested in the app, link at the bottom of the description, I think. You can sign up with your email. You'll be one of the first people to know about it once it goes live. Yeah, check it out. Support your boy. And what's cool about this app is you're gonna get an environment that is constantly updated with just like the most up-to-date things. Like for example, people are talking about agentic loops right now, right? Because the creator of Claude said that he never prompts Claude anymore. All he does is he creates loops. So because I'm in this space 24/7, I'm live streaming all the time, I'm now able to implement that feature really quickly. And within a matter of days, I was able to get loops working within the app. So, you know, it's not even just about the app itself, but it's just the fact that like, I wanted to build something that I can update myself because I'm constantly using it, right? So there's almost an advantage to me having my own environment and my own app to build, because if I'm in this space 24/7, I'm instantly going to be able to clock when people want certain things and when certain things aren't working and like how to improve, because I'm using the app all the time. I'm Vibecoding all the time. Okay. Looks like these two are going. So once these two are live, we're going to implement it. Dark mode, light mode. Corner radius is interesting. Stroke weight is also interesting. Oh, okay. Probably prefer just middle for everything, hey. Kind of prefer like that. Everything's circular, that maybe it's like okay to have some sharp edges. You know what I mean? I'm vibe coding an app where you can upload a folder and it turns it into an API that you can call. Hey, that's pretty cool. I like that idea. Nice. How long you been vibe coding for, Barton? Yo, also, real quick, feel free to join the school community if you haven't already. I am currently running a Claude/Codex subscription giveaway to the most active members. So yeah, feel free to join, be active, and you have a chance to get a free Claude subscription or Codex, your choice. So I ended up going with this one. Nice. Let's download it. Chuck it into conductor. So, you know, they kind of need a goal option here. I want to update the sidebar icons with the provided HTML icons, so please do so. You reckon round edges? Since GPT-4, damn, Barton, bro. You an OG, bro. You an unk. You just like me for real. Nah, I think for me it was when Claude 4.5 came out. And it was just such a big breakthrough, right? The internet went crazy. I remember Twitter was like, it was all everyone was talking about. There we go. This looks way better. Now on the desktop, run your agents from the menu bar. I don't know if I love that text. The native Mac app keeps every board live. Run your agents. I could probably edit this, right? Claude, Codex, plus Gemini. Create your agent team today. Can you move? Maybe I can move this? Claude, Codex, Claude plus Codex plus Gemini. Can I make this smaller? 40. Create your agent team today. I kind of want to move this. Is that possible? How can I shorten the sentence? Or maybe I just reduce the... Let's try 40. Create your agent team. Line height, tracking, align to the left, center, left. Can I add padding? Maybe 10. No, actually that's not good. The native, I love that they've added the feature to text. Since GPT 3.5, not 4, okay. Ah man, I hope GPT 5.6 is good. I want them to improve UI design and better prompt understanding. Yeah, and I've also noticed like GPT 5.5, it's kind of gone down a little bit. I think they've nerfed it only because I'm assuming they're training their newest model right now. The native Mac app keeps every board live. So I'll probably just take a screenshot. I'm just going to chuck it into ChatGPT. Help me create copy for my download page on my website for my app. I'm aiming for cozy vibes, but I'm also trying to speak to the user, talk to them about what they really care about. What is the like one thing that you can say that people will interest people? Give me 3 alternatives. Something was done here. We've added the models. Okay, let me just get quick review from Opus. Can I get work done while I'm away from my computer? They care about one thing. The wake up to progress. Wake up to finished work. Start a task and let your agent team keep moving. Research, coding, planning, and execution continue in the background so you can come back. Stop babysitting AI. AI shouldn't need constant supervision. Stop watching the spinner. I kind of like that. Launch a board once and let your agents research, build, and collaborate while you're doing something else. When the work is ready, it's waiting for you. Combine Claude, Codex, Gemini, and custom workflows into a persistent workspace that keeps working long after you've stepped away. I kind of like this. One agent can help, a team of agents can ship. Ooh, that's it, Loki. I like that a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with that. Yeah, what happened? What's happened here, bro? What did I do? How do I undo? Something's gone rogue. Oh no. Ah shit, I messed up. How do I go back? It's not letting me even type anymore. Oh bro, did I just mess this up? Yeah, I'll just tell it. One agent can ship, change the copy to this. Change the copy to this. One agent can help, title. And then body. That's annoying. I did press Command Z, it didn't work. I don't know why. It's not even letting me type anymore. All right, once that's done, we should be able to export. The other thing I kind of wanted is making this bigger. Maybe we just don't touch anything now. Too scared. that work? One agent can help. A team of agents can ship. Combine Claude, Codex, Gemini, and custom workflows into a persistent workspace that keeps working long after you've stepped away. Nice. Download today. Download.dmg. I think we can remove release notes. I think we can remove the release notes button and replace it with a docs button. A docs button. So now what I'm going to have to do is go goal, plan, create a detailed documentation for me to include as docs for the app. Is Mac better than Windows or no, do you think? I personally love Mac. I'm a diehard Mac fan. I think Mac is better than Windows. I built my own PC and I actually didn't enjoy Windows at all. There was just too much shit going on. Mac is just smooth. I can log in. I don't need to turn it off. It just stays on. Like, there's so many just pros. It's integrated into the ecosystem of my iPhone and my headphones, and I can copy a piece of text and then paste it into my phone from the MacBook. Like, there's so many pros to being in the Apple ecosystem. It's hard to leave. Place it with the docs button. Create a detailed documentation for me to include as docs for the app. This should be for users to understand, and go through the docs to see, like, okay, introduction, this is what it's like, the nitty gritty behind the back end, everything. It should explain in depth the app while also kind of selling the app to the user. Like, that's the goal here. We're looking to provide further information so that users can pull that trigger. All right, I think we can remove the release notes button and replace it with the docs button. And then I think this is good to export. You really want a Mac, but you're too broke to spend $60 million? That's super fair. They are really expensive. Although secondhand, it's not too bad. And like a Mac Mini isn't too bad. Like, you can get that for under 1,000, maybe like 700 or something. A Mac Mini, which is actually really good. Highly recommended it. Let me reload this, and then I think we can export as HTML. So I'm pretty sure that headers don't work here yet. Product, pricing. Product replaced with pricing. Ace download standalone. Cool. All of the good vibe coding apps are on Mac since DirectX is directly bad. Yeah, I mean even Claude Cowork and stuff, you can only use it through Mac, weirdly enough. Claude Design has this weird bug sometimes where the download button doesn't actually download for some reason. It like doesn't work. It's kind of weird. Cool, documentation is being created. OpenAI had to build its own agent harness in Rust for Windows since Windows couldn't even its own computer use. Windows just sucks. That's funny. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, I don't know. It feels too rigid. Elon literally thinks OpenAI is going to eat Windows alive. Interesting take. I see you still use Claude Code and doing YouTube vids about it. And I know I asked before, but Claude Code versus Codex, is there much in difference? And also, if you had to start tomorrow, which would you choose? Codex all the way, bro. I would use Codex 100%. If you had to pick one, ideally you pick both. What I would recommend is like you have one expensive plan and then one cheaper plan. Why isn't this working, dude? Let me give it a refresh. Yeah, so I would use like Codex, the more expensive plan, because it's going to go and build the tool. And then I would use Claude to then review Codex's code when building the tool. So one expensive plan and one cheap plan. And that combination is like elite. And if you have a Mac, I'd use it inside of Conductor because it's really good at connecting agents together. Obviously Ace isn't out yet, but once Ace comes out, I'd recommend using Ace, of course. Download's still not working. Here, let me do this. Why isn't the download button working, bro? HTML only. Does this work? No, it doesn't. Let me close, relaunch to update. Shit. I'm just relaunching Chrome. Let's see if this works. I'm on it now, you legend, thanks. So Conductor and Ace, cheers for the value add. All good, bro. Glad I could help, man. Let's see if this works. Is it because there's multiple? Like, let me get rid of this. Dude, why isn't it downloading? Download button is still not working for me. Oh, why is it being weird, man? Review complete. Verification I ran. Let me just chuck this in here. Sidebar icons. I'll get a review on this real quick. Copilot is literally just GPT with a fancy logo. Is it? I've never used Copilot, so I wouldn't know. Oh, it's trying to make the ACE download button. Okay, gotcha. No, not the DMG download button. I'm talking about your HTML download ACE handoff button. God damn it. It's like, what the hell? There we go. Now it's working. Okay, cool. Yeah, weird little issue there. Okay, so let me go new, create, goal. This is the download page for ACE, which I want to build. This should be connected to our build with ace.ai landing page. I think we can replace the product header with download. And when you click it, it goes to this other page. I think we also need once a user has paid for it, there should be an option to go to the download page, like some button. Or there could even just be like a little download button. Yeah, there's an option to go to the download page, I think. But yeah, your goal is to just build out this page and make sure that it integrates seamlessly into our landing page. Okay, now we've got the docs. Oh shit. Implemented, added long form docs index. Okay, now let's create docs. Okay, now help me design the documents page. No need to fill out the contents. I have that sorted already. Just have placeholder text. You deserve a lot more, bro. Thanks, Barton. I've noticed a lot of people actually watch the streams like outside of me being live. I think because I'm not live at the right time. Because I'm in Australia, so the time zones are like completely different. But I noticed a lot of people actually watch back the streams. So yeah. Noted. I agree with both advisory notes. Cool. Let's merge. Add connected tools, loading state. The other thing. Okay, cool. Merge. Actually, let me get a review on this real quick. I got review on this yet? One finding. So I think there's a docs page that's been created now. Ace docs. Ace. There it is, Ace docs. Bridgemind hates GPT for some reason. Really? I really like GPT. I think it's goated. 8 p.m. at night for you? Where are you based, bro? Oh, this looks nice. This looks really nice. Yeah, nice. Cool. Let me just share, export HTML. Florida? 8 p.m. in Florida. Man, you're across the world for me right now. But that's not too late, actually. That's like, what, 10 hours ahead? Cool. That's downloaded. So now we can just chuck this in here. Here are the UI design wireframes for the docs page. Your goal is to integrate all of the documentation that you've created into this page, stylized nicely, and it would actually connect to our landing page, build with ace.ai, and there'll be an additional option on the header called docs, which you can just click to go to the docs page. There's also a docs option at the bottom on the footer, which a user could just click to go to that page as well. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different AI agents working in parallel right now. It's pretty crazy if you think about it. If you deep it real quick. Are you deep in it, man? Are you deep in it? Is this a bad spot? Maybe I chuck my webcam over there. Now you can kind of see everything. Okay. cool. Now we wait, I guess. We're kind of just going through all of these. Let's check the GitHub integration on AceDev. Go on here. Connect to GitHub. Okay, open repository button doesn't work. You know, now that I think about it, it doesn't really make sense for there to be a connect to GitHub button because it should just automatically be connected to GitHub. And I think also the open repository button doesn't work either. I'm trying to also make an app where it grabs source code from a app and it turns it into an executable file using Rust, backwards compatible. So Mac becomes Windows, Windows becomes Mac. That's interesting. So you can basically turn any app into like a Windows or a Mac app. Is that what you're trying to say? Do you have much coding experience, Barton? Because, not gonna lie, I have none. Zero coding experience. Create PR for a clean task branch. All right, let's copy this. One, two, three, four, five, six different. Let me check my Codex subscription, man. Am I almost out already? Because I've been going hard. I'm at 68%. For those wondering, that train choo-choo noise that you hear is just me knowing that one of the agents has worked. I do have a Discord. The link isn't in the description, but you might be able to find it in like one of my older videos. I've just been trying to, I'm tossing between the school and the Discord community, and I kind of just trying to grow the school community at the moment. I just find it a lot easier to put all the documents in one place, because when I make videos, I always create like supporting documents, and I just find it really nice and clean to just like chuck all my Claude documents here. You know what I mean? Like, see how neat it looks? With Discord, you can't really do this. So yeah, I'm kind of in the middle of transitioning to school, but there is a Discord community as well. So Ace download page has been going for 11 minutes. What up, what up, what up? welcome. Like the stream if you haven't already. If you want to try out my new app Ace for yourself, there's a link at the bottom of the description where you can just sign up with your email, and you'll be the first person to know once it goes live. You can connect multiple agents together. It's really handy. Okay. Looking good. I want to kind of change the appearance of my conductor, dude. It's so dark and gloomy. Like, when you go back and forth between my app and this, there's like a big difference. Jeez, that's bright. Damn, why does it look like that? It's like they definitely don't want you to use the light mode. Jesus Christ. It looks ugly as. Can't tell what's worse, the bright mode or the light or the dark mode. If you could restart, what would you do differently? What do you mean? Like restart the app or? Because if I could restart the app, I would probably... It's weird because once you tackle a problem, you end up... Like, there's always more and more problems that come out. And I guess if I was to do something differently, it would be to better inform myself on, like, the challenge that I'm taking and the problems that people would be facing. Because at the end of the day, this app is here to solve a problem. And I feel like I need to focus more on that when I first came into this. I think it's been like a big zigzag kind of road to figure out, okay, this is where we are, when I should have just started. And if I did a bit more research and a bit more understanding and kind of brainstormed a bit more, I feel like I would have gotten there a lot quicker. So yeah. No code bugs found. Cool. Let's merge. I merged this already. We can get rid of it. I'm noticing that my Ace dev environment is not loading. Oh, no, they're working. This one failed. But merge pull request, no restart notification. What's going on here? Okay, let's see if that works. Because usually there's meant to be a restart option here to tell me that the Ace app is updating, but that's not happening right now. boom. All right. All right, all right, all right. I think we can. What's on my checklist? We've got GitHub integration needs to work. Download page we're working on. Sidebar icons we are also working on. Did that get upgraded? No, it hasn't yet. Why is it taking so long? Is it because I'm on... How is this already out of context? Oh, am I... Wait, what? I've got everything. What's going on here? There's only... Okay, weird. It's running tests, I think. Our ACE download page. Man, this has been going for 18 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Codex is mad. I think every time I go into the /goal mode, it just ends up being really slow. It's kind of annoying. If I go back into actions, this was 33 seconds ago. We had an issue. Do you have a Codex Pro plan? I have the $200 plan for Codex. I've got the $200 plan for both Codex and Claude. This failed to merge. Can you look into why? God damn, you rich, bro. This is my job, man. This is my job to vibe code with AI and make content about it, you know? I'm grinding MC right now and my PC sounds like a jet engine. That's funny. I mean, my MacBook's pretty old too, man. I got it like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Low-key in need of an upgrade. I'm wondering, I kind of like build your fantasy team and then it says agent by agent. I kind of like that. This feels a bit too... Totally not because I have shaders on. Yeah, bro, gotta turn that shit off. That's not old for a Mac. Yeah, I mean, I think, what do you reckon the life expectancy of a Mac is? Let me look it up. What's the life expectancy of a MacBook? 6 to 8 years. This is the one I've got right here. So 6 to 8 years. But the thing is, I'm noticing the type of work that I'm doing is becoming more intense. Like I'm live streaming as I'm vibe coding an app with multiple different agents involved. So you can see how that takes up a lot of compute. On top of that, I also edit my videos. Editing takes up a lot of compute. So I've noticed, like, because I'm increasing the amount of compute that I'm using, the MacBook Pro that I have isn't really the best. So yeah. I think, is it the M5 or the M6 chip that comes out this year? People are thinking, I'm thinking maybe once that comes out, I might upgrade. Dude, this is taking ages. We're on, what, 23 minutes, man. Jesus. The no token case returns are clear instead of a broken private. I'm restarting with a token to prove the redirect path works. Finally, 21 minutes later. I gotta stop doing goal mode. I think we can merge. And they all seem to work at the same time. It's weird. Dude, how did this take 8 minutes to merge, man? Like, that's a bit long, no? This is what I kind of mean by the Codex being nerfed a little bit. Like, how did it take 8 minutes to merge? The dev, the failure was that the publish for that dev, it was cancelled after starting. Okay, cool. So it's all good then. So all good then. This is going to take 8 minutes to merge too, god damn it. Goal marked completed. 411,000 tokens. Damn. So Cloudflare published runtime. The code is wired for build with days, but the live site still needs the hosted site deploy flow. After this is merged, the in-app browser first was unavailable, so I verified via build and HTTP smoke checks instead. Give me branch ID, etc. I will get it sorted. Please implement the docs page that we've just built here onto the landing page. Also, if possible, can we make GitHub source of truth for the landing page so that when we update the GitHub repo, the landing page automatically gets updated alongside it. So I no longer need to ask you all the time. You can see this, how many freaking prompts we've got done with this agent. So all good then? Yes, all good. Let me just double check. It's looking all right. Yo, if you're enjoying this stream, like it up. And if you want to use my app Ace for yourself, where you can connect multiple agents together to build your fantasy team, then sign up with your email and the link is in the description. You'll be the first person to know about it once it goes live in the next couple days. All right, look, cool, that's working. Add connected tool, credential support. Okay, this is for the real, okay. You do get a lot of good usage out of Codex. That's the thing. I think you get a little more than Claude. Implement the Ace Mac download page and landing. Where I send here. Give me the branch ID, etc. I would get it sorted. Token access. I found the docs work and conducted checkpoint commits rather than on the name branch ref. I can recover it from the checkpoint tree. Oh yeah, true. I should probably push. Should probably create a PR. That's probably why. Here is also the download page, which I'd like to integrate as well. Nice. What up? It's hyperactive. So what I'm building is ACE, which is my agentic coding environment, which basically lets you connect multiple AI agents together. So what's really handy with this is you can create more complex workflows, like a loop, for example. I'm sure if you're on X, I'm criminally on X all the time. You see everyone talking about loops. How do you build one? Well, you can easily just connect agents together to build one through my app. But it's really handy because you can connect multiple agents together to build more complex workflows. So what I mean by this is maybe a month ago, I built an autonomous app factory where I connected 11 AI agents together. And I realized, damn, I was able to get my autonomous app factory to research app ideas on Reddit where people were finding pain points, then look at the competitors and find bad reviews, and then come up with an app idea that was better than the competitors that would fix someone's pain points. And then I was able to get it to build the app, and then I was able to get it to submit the app to my Apple account. And I was like, damn, what if we just created a environment for people to be able to build that sort of workflow themselves? And so I came up with Ace. And what's really handy about Ace is you don't need 3 different subscriptions. You can literally just change this to Codex. And you can just change this to Codex as well. And now you have 3 Codex subscriptions, 3 Codex agents, but they've all got their own system prompt, right? You can see here, you are the researcher agent for AutoScript. Or if I click on this one, it'll say you are the build agent for AutoScript. Go here, you are the review agent for AutoScript. So you can see they all have their own kind of role. And so I like to use multiple agents just to showcase the capabilities, but you can actually just connect the same agent and it does a pretty good job. So yeah, there's benefits to having workflows like this because then you can be more thorough, and the ability to one-shot things is really cool. Like check out this website that I one-shot with Ace, pretty cool. You can see this roof construction estimator that I one-shotted for a chat member. There's this cool website that I one-shotted as well. It literally has like dashboards that like move with my mouse, which is just crazy. This is all one-shotted. Like what is this, dude? Look at these dashboards. They look so, I can literally go in, click things like, yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible at doing a lot of cool stuff. You just need and the thing is, you don't even need to know how to like set all this up, because if you go into a new project, you can build a team and it will literally ask you questions And then based off of your answers, it'll build the system prompt and the team for you. So you don't even need to go through all this complex work and setup. It just does it for you. So yeah, super handy. Check it out. There's a link in the description. Just give me your email and I'll send you the link. Ace is going to be at $15 a month. There is an annual plan that I'm going to do, which would be $8 a month. But yeah, that's kind of the pricing that I'm going for at the moment. Where'd it go? Here. Ace is gonna get $150 million for real. Right. I hope, man. I wish. I mean, this challenge is all about how can I vibe code until I make 100K. So if we can get to 100K, I'll be happy, honestly. I'm not looking for millies. I'm just looking for a couple Ks, man. And we were on day 69, so hopefully that means something. Might mean something different to a different person, but I think it's a lucky number for me, man. It's my lucky number. First, I'm going to inspect. Because you're merging, should I not merge the other two PRs, download page and documentation page? And since we're doing it through here, or should I merge those as well? What tool did I use to build Ace? I used Codex and Claude, and I used Conductor. And I also used Claude Design to help me design the pages so they look nice. Those are the four tools that I use. Claude, Codex, Claude Design, and Conductor. Those 4 tools helped me build this. And it looks beautiful. I'm super happy with it. Like, it's so nice to look at. Can we add a minimize to the mission contract? But instead of it just minimizing from top to bottom, can it actually just minimize into a tiny little square in the corner, top right? I'm actually going to get Opus on this. Ultra code, screw it. Oh shit, I wasn't meant to merge them, okay. I'm continuing the cherry picking conflict resolution. I'll first confirm the merge landing page. Do not merge the separate docs download PRs right now. I'm folding both into this one PR against dev, which avoids duplicate commits and conflict churn. Once this combined PR is verified and merged, the other PRs can be closed as superseded unless they contain something I did not carry over. Cleanly, okay. All right, cool. The download API, the branch now has the docs. Okay. What's Conductor doing? Conductor is this app that you see right here, which is my developer environment. And it basically lets me use GPT and Claude inside of the same chat. They have a really neat tool here that I can press called review. So if I have Codex build the code, I can press this review button, and then I can set like a different agent, like Claude, to then review the code. So now I have Claude building, I have Codex building, and I have Claude reviewing. And this combination I've seen works really well and causes way fewer bugs to occur. Rich Ducat, what's good? Alpha, how we doing? You're not that late. I updated my local remake of Whisper Flow and it just transcribed 2,000 characters, 500-ish words of my waffle in 250 milliseconds. Damn, Alpha. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Good shit, man. Congrats. That sounds like a great achievement. Yo, like up the stream if you haven't already. We got Ace launching this week, okay, guys? So for those that don't know, I've been building Ace for a very long time now, the agentic coding environment, and you can literally build like really cool workflows, guys. Like I've got 3 Codex agents working right now, and basically what they're gonna do is I've got this one, which is the research agent. I've got this one, which is the build agent. And I've got this one, which is the review agent. And they are the auto script writer. They basically send me short form scripts by reviewing the internet. I can add a little cron here. And I can set this to daily, weekly, monthly. Let's say I want it every Monday at 12 p.m. Save that. And then I can literally just connect this to the workflow, and now every week on Monday this specific workflow is going to run. And what's really cool and neat about this is it lets you one-shot things really easily. Like check out this website that I one-shotted. Look how clean this is. It follows your mouse, this computer head. It's really, really beautiful. Also check out this roof construction estimator. Someone in the chat yesterday who's in construction wanted help building an app that helps estimate materials. You can see it was really intuitive of what to include. Here it's 13% waste factor. Like that's interesting, right? Because when you're building, there's obviously going to be over ordering. There might be a little bit of waste used when you're cutting the materials. So it's cool that you can include something like a waste factor. You can also include the markup that you want to add, and then you can literally print everything as a invoice. Super clean, one-shotted this as well. So yeah, check out this one as well. One-shotted this like dashboard. Everything is clickable and works. So yeah, Ace is clearly at a level now that I'm happy to release soon. So if you want to get involved and you want to use Ace for yourself, there's a link in the description. Just chuck your email and you'll be the first person to know about it. It's at the bottom of the description. Why the review agent is last. The reason the review agent is last is because the review agent reviews what the build agent built based off of the research. And this is really handy because what can happen sometimes is the build agent might not fully build something the way that it was intended to be built, and it might cut corners. And so the review agent is kind of necessary to be there in order to like tell the build agent, hey, look, you actually missed out on this, this, and this is actually broken, by the way. And then that ends up making your output a lot cleaner and more polished. I love that TV head thing. Feels like something that should be on an A24's site, lol. Cheers, man. Let me get it now. I need this weight. Did I sign up? I think you've already signed up, Rich Ducat. I'm gonna literally launch it like in the next couple of days. We're very close. There was just one little hiccup regarding the GitHub integration. So as soon as we fix this GitHub integration, I'm then going to run one final test where I install it on my Mac Mini. I think we can kind of tick this one off since we've tested a bunch of different apps on it already. I just want to install it on my Mac Mini from scratch, see if that works. We're adding the download page right now. We can tick that off. We've improved the sidebar icons. We can tick that off. So yeah, we've literally got GitHub integration and install on my Mac Mini from scratch. Those are the last two things. Once we get that locked in, we are off to the races. Wow, self-feedback. Yes, self-feedback's actually really important. The more you get into vibe coding and the more you kind of play around with agent workflows, you start to realize that they all really do need this review. You have the ability to set the Cloudflare worker secret. Please do so. I think we can close this once I merge this. Make sure I'm not leaking my GitHub key. Okay, let me merge. I just merged. Can you verify website is connected to Git now? And if the website loaded from Git. Also, make sure that the workflow readmes are updated so that they know how to what to do with GitHub in order to merge to website. How a non-technical speaks to AI. All right, so we've just done a merge. It's saying that I can actually just close these two PRs, which I will do in a second if I can verify that the landing page is working. Refresh. So the landing page has not been... Okay, Claude has just taken control of my browser. What's it gonna do? The default branch likely main. Merge website changes into dev, promote dev to main. Then GitHub Actions deploys Cloudflare from main. I'll also make clear that a merge to dev alone does not update the live website. Okay, cool. So it can see that the website is not, what's this? Example domain. Okay, weird. Let me just confirm. Guys, I'm learning how to use GitHub. Like, that's crazy. Sam, what's good? I was just talking about you, man. I was talking about how we built this roof construction estimator together. Chat seems pretty impressed. So we are going to main. We've got 7 commits ahead and 2 commits behind. We can go ahead and open pull request. I'm going to open and merge the dev to main now. The docs now explicitly say what I found and verification. So is ACE receiving inputs from the conductor? Yes. So ACE is being built with conductor, and it automatically gets updated through the GitHub. So the moment I connect, like send the update to GitHub, I can then test it out on, you can see down here, I have 2 apps. I'm kind of covering it, but you can kind of see these 2 apps down here. I have an Ace Dev and an Ace. I can test out new features inside of Ace Dev. As you can see, I've already got an update here. Press restart. And then I can see, okay, nothing's broken inside of Ace Dev. So now I can send it to my main app, which is what you guys will be using. And we can all kind of experience, because I was kind of wary of it being updated and kind of breaking. Hey, have you tried Fable Watch? Fable Watch? What the hell is Fable Watch? Bro, you're at 47K revenue and you don't know GitHub? Impressive. I'm not gonna lie, I have very little technical knowledge, okay? Like everything that I've ever learned has been through my community, actually. I've checked out, like, I've tried Fable, but I haven't tried, is Fable Watch something else? I'm confused. Fable Watch. The highly popular, no, that can't be it. Claude Code, it's got to be this one. Dude, that's what Tariq looks like? Bro, Tariq looks hella different to his profile pic, man. Tariq low-key catfishing, bro. Are you guys seeing this shit, bro? No way that's what Tariq looks like, bro. What a catfish, bro. This is what he looks like in his profile pic, by the way. This is what he looks like in real life. Hey, all I'm saying is bro's catfishing.
Fable 5, our newest model in Claude Code. It is an incredible model in prompt Claude.
Nah, this is just, it's just Fable 5, right? That's what you're talking about, right, Mark? You're just talking about Fable 5, no? The one that's currently banned? Man, everyone's talking about Fable right now. We all catfish a bit. You're blonde on your profile pic. I mean, that's true. Got me there. Got me there. You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. I'm a bit of a... Hey, Mark, don't look at my Instagram. I'm talking about Fable Watch for Fable 5. Look it up. Fable Watch for Fable 5. Looking for the... You got a link for me? Fable Watch. Ah, this. Is this your project, Mark? You trying to promote right now, bro? The second Fable comes back, you make it count. Claude Fable 5 shipped to Claude Max buyers, then vanished 3 days later. We ping it every 60 seconds. The instant it answers, Fable Watch alerts you, spins up a dedicated VPS that fires dozens of API calls to Fable in parallel, and auto-fixes your GitHub. That's actually kind of funny. Hey, I like the idea. It's a good idea, bro. Is this you? Pick how much of the window you want back. Priority email. Damn, bro. You must have just had a sleepless night trying to get this set up. from offline to working for you in one window. Is this gonna be through API or third party? Yo, you must be just as happy as me then, bro, because of the recent announcement. Dude, are you as gassed as me about the walkback that they did for the third party apps? Like how legit, how sick is that? You built it in 2 hours? Did you build it after the announcement? Bring your own. Yeah, I think BYO is obviously the preference for everyone. I mean, that's cool. I'm like criminally online all the time anyway, so like it's not really a tool that I'd use, but cool concept, cool idea. Have you posted it on Twitter yet? Surely something like that, you could probably get like a little bit of buzz around it. Oh, you plugged it to your Hermes. That's dope. That's pretty dope. Clarify hosted website, GitHub deploy flow. It's mergeable. I found the live website is not updated from Git yet. Let's go ahead and merge. What did it say regarding the, don't merge dev domain yet if you want the workflow readme updates included. I found the live website is not updated from Git yet. Okay, cool. That's done. Let me give this a refresh. Got 200 signups from Twitter. Yo, that's so good, bro. That's pretty lit. I'm about to launch my app here called Ace, which is a agentic coding environment. And it basically lets you just like connect multiple AI agents together. And yeah, we've got about maybe 2,500 signups for this. So yeah, this is probably going to come out in the next couple of days. You should check it out. Buildwithace.ai. Clarify hosting. Did you vibe code the whole thing or? So this is basically N8N. I mean, yeah, it basically is N8N, but the difference is that it's purely for AI agents. And what you can actually do is you can create more complicated workflows. So I could actually, for example, connect this back to my second stage, and now I have a loop. So these two are now looping, and they can just continue to go back and forth. And what's really neat about Ace is because you download it to your device, you don't need to do your API keys. You can BYO. So, you know, you can just use your subscription. You can't really do that with N8N. But this is purely focused for non-technical people. So what's really handy is you can actually go into a project and you can build a team. Like, let's say you want to do an email writer, and you can just build out a team. I want to build an email writing outreach tool. And then based off of your answer, it's now going to format and ask back questions. And based off of the questions that you answer, it's actually going to build out the team for you. And it's going to come up with the prompts, the system prompts for all the AI agents. And so you can literally one-shot really cool things. Like, for example, this website one-shotted. We also one-shotted this roof construction estimator. Really easily through this step-by-step process. And so, yeah, I'm just trying to build a tool that I wish I had when I first started because I'm non-technical, right? So you can see it's asking me all these questions, prepare an email draft, keep it inside Ace, post or send after I approve. And then after you answer a couple of these questions, you can continue and then build out the team. Something simple like email reader, you could probably just do 3. We probably want it recurring daily. And then boom, now you kind of have this team and you can actually click on it and review the system prompt. Maybe you don't want Claude for research. I actually want Gemini for research, so you can swap it out for Gemini. Let's have Claude plan. And now you kind of have this team, right? and it can help one-shot things for you based off of your mission. What made you choose ACE as the name? Dude, think about how cool of a name that is, bro. ACE stands for Agentic Coding Environment. ACE. Like how clean is that? The moment I thought of it, I was like, bro, that has to be the name, man. Like, you literally just create a project, and now it automatically builds out this system for you where you have a cron job, right? You can click it, you can change it weekly, monthly, however you want. And then you can also, change the system prompt. You can add additional things. It's really neat and handy. And I think people will find a lot of value out of it. So yeah, there's a sign up link in the description at the bottom of the description. If you're interested, you're going to be the first person to know about it once it goes live in a couple of days. And look how cool that logo is, man. See, touch it and it expands. It's lit. But shout out Mark for popping in, man. Good luck with your project. All right, let's have a look here. Can we add a minimize to the mission contract? Done. Let me get a review on this real quick. We've deployed the merge, so we can get rid of this and this. Let's go ahead and refresh this, and then we can push this to main. Contribute, open pull request, create pull request, squash and merge. So now the landing page should update in a little bit. So it's continuously improving itself and releasing versions without your involvement. I mean, it's not fully there yet. I'd like to get it to a stage where it's close to that, but we're not 100% there yet. Is Conductor based on a token mechanism like Claude? Conductor is free. You bring your own keys like Claude and Codex. So it's really neat and handy like that. I'm expecting a change to the website, which is not shown yet. So let me wait a little bit. There should be clarify hosted website. We've got that. It should pop up here in a bit. We can stop this, get rid of the cron. So let's see if that worked. Why didn't that work? What model do you use for the questioning process during setup of a project in ACE? It just uses whatever model that the user's already connected. So if it's Codex, it'll use Codex. If it's Claude, it'll use Claude. Gemini, it'll use Gemini. I think eventually what we could probably do is connect something like, Gemma 4 maybe is built into the app. At a couple extra gigabytes. I'm just wondering if that's a sacrifice that people want. A couple extra gigabytes on the app, but you get Gemma 4 and it handles everything locally. Okay, that's went through. Should be an update that comes up here. How much would it cost to build and launch a landing page like this? Like what? Like this one? Maybe like, I mean, the domain was probably the most expensive. Build with ace.ai was like 70, 80 bucks. Actually building it out was pretty cheap. You could probably do it with a Claude Pro plan. I used Claude Design to come up with the design, and then I used Claude to then deploy it into Build with Ace. Cloudflare is free for hosting, so it's pretty cheap. But yeah, PN, welcome to the live stream, man. Good to see you. What's my Claude subscription at? We're only at 22%. Resets in 22 minutes. Oh, we're chilling, bro. We're so chilling. All right. I think this should work now. No, it hasn't updated. That's not good. Let me see. I've merged from dev to main. However, the landing page website has still not updated. I'm trying to wrap my head around Conductor. Why did you choose it over Claude Code, for example? I mean, the biggest difference is, I kind of explained it already. Like, see how, okay, look, I'll create a new workspace, all right? Create. The coolest thing about Conductor, there's a few things, all right? So see this thing right here, multi-agent. This is basically the app that I'm building, all right? Ace. And what's really neat about this Conductor is I can have multiple AI agents inside of here working on different things at the same time. You'll notice with Claude, it doesn't really support that as much. Like, you've kind of got it here a little bit, but I don't know, it doesn't feel the same. And what's really neat is, you know, you'll find yourself waiting a long time for the AI to reply, right? In the meantime, I can have another AI agent working on something else. And what you'll find is, look how many I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll usually have like 5 or 6 working at the same time. And that way, it's really neat and handy because now I'm getting more shit done. And what I also really like about Conductor is the ability to switch between different models. So I can switch between Claude, I can switch between Codex. And what's really neat as well is, in the settings for the models, you can create a default model. So when you create a new chat, it automatically goes to this model. And you can create a review model. So it automatically goes to this model when I need a review code. And the review code is super handy because I can literally just go into here once it says something's done. Then I can just press this handy little review button. It automatically sends a prompt to the agent that I've sent as the default. And now it's going to review all the code that Codex has just done. So now it's basically bulletproof because the output is way higher quality, right? Instead of going between Claude and Codex and having 2 windows and going back and forth, within the same app, I'm able to have them both talk to each other from just the click of a button. Now, I don't actually need a review, so I'm going to close this anyway, and I'm just going to go ahead and create PR and merge. Let's have a look at the dev. Let's see if this worked. I hope that helps. I use Warp instead of Conductor since I'm on Windows. That's fair. Warp is also really good. Open repository currently still not working. Open repository button still does not work. Actually, wait. Have I merged this? I don't think I have. Open PR and merge. So we've already done that. Ooh, look how clean the sidebar looks, man. It looks neat. Now, I don't think it needs these squares around it. The icons already have a border. I don't think they need that extra square white border around it. One check pending, and then we can merge. Can you use Conductor with Claude Code? Yeah, 100% you can. A wasp is trying to get into my room, lol. Bro, where I used to live, there would be like wasp nests everywhere. It was actually messed up. It's kind of scary. Thankfully, I've moved now. But we'd literally have like these massive wasp nests like in our garden. It was actually mad scary. So this check is pending. I'll wait for that. So I think this was the source fix is committed. I'm deploying this branch to Cloudflare now, so the live download button works. Then I'll push the branch and open a PR. Looks like it's being checked. I might try get Opus on this. Who wins between Opus and Codex at the moment? Versus Codex benchmarks. Let me try Composer. Cursor bench. So it looks like extra high GPT 5.5 is slightly better than Opus. Has anyone tried Composer, by the way? Anyone liking Composer? I merged this already. We can get rid of that. Cool. Can we see your keyboard? What, this one? I just use a Mac, like an Apple keyboard. I don't have like a really expensive keyboard or anything. Although some would say that the Mac keyboards are mad expensive. It's not a bad idea to add an extra cam that just looks at my keyboard. Waiting, lots of waiting, god damn it. The commit amend succeeded. I accidentally invoked the deploy script, but the repo root where the script does not exist. I'm rerunning it from duocode. Cool. Yeah, so this, waiting on the update so we can test it. Gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be 1 second. Alright, I'm gonna let this run. Something's actually come up, guys, so I'm gonna have to end the stream here. I dropped my car at the mechanic this morning and they're pinging my phone like crazy, so I'm gonna end the stream here. I'll catch you guys all tomorrow, same time, 8:30. Peace out. Thanks for joining me today. Hyperactive, asked a bunch of questions. I hope I answered all of them to the best of my ability. Lee, I'll catch you. Barton, peace out. PN, Mark, Sam, see ya. Acid Spark, Alpha, thank you for joining today, guys. Rich Ducat, bye. I'll catch you guys all later. Peace out.